Welcome, gorgeous souls. This is Aeipathy. Hello. And this is my first reading in quite some time. I'm super happy to be back. It's been a while, but there's been a lot of good life changes and a definite energetic shift that I think is going to be very impactful on my channel. As always, I do pick a card readings, and my readings are always intended for healing and clarity and hopefulness for the future and just life guidance. You know, whatever topic we're reading on, I am providing a clear, unadulterated, completely unfiltered insights. There is no sugarcoating, of course, but at the same time, it is compassionate, it is empathic, and it is intended to provide you with the guidance and this goodness that is necessary for your highest good so that you can make decisions or receive, again, the information that you are needing on whatever topic I happen to be reading. Today's topic, I think, is a perfect one for after a long pause or hiatus. If you don't want to listen to the intro, by the way, by all means, of course, the title is at the top of the video and the timestamps are below. Feel free to jump directly to your pile. But if you have ever been here before, you're interested in my story, I started my channel just a few years ago, but, you know, have had other life happen and it's been difficult to maintain. I am back though and hope to be able to do this more regularly. I hope that if you are at all touched by one of my readings that you consider subscribing, coming back and visiting again, viewing my other content. It is such a blessing and I'm very truly honored to read for the collective in whatever capacity I can. I also do offer private readings on a limited schedule, so that is available and you can inquire within if you have any questions or would like to book a service. And with that said, let's go ahead and jump right into this topic that I think is a great one, as I said, for whenever you are somebody that has experienced a lot of life, that have had a lot of life changes. So maybe you're in a similar energetic shifting point as I am, and that is why you've made your way to this space. And if you have, especially for the first time, welcome. I'm so happy to have you. The reading topic for today with today's pick a card is going to be just the guidance that you're needing most right now. And this can pertain to anything in your life, no matter what is going on, if it's love related or life focused or something about personal development. My readings are always intended for healing and hopefulness and to provide clarity so that you can make great decisions on your best foot forward so that you can live your highest good. So that is the purpose today, and we'll see if that comes out. I'm sure it will, but I'm super thrilled. Just even the buzz of starting this reading, there's great energy here. So if you are here right now, whenever you're catching this reading, it is timeless. Know that this is likely going to be something that will resonate at some level for you. The messages, even if it's only one, are intended with the absolute best energy possible. So I hope that you get something out of the reading. And again, if you do, let me know. I'd love to hear it. We have 3 piles today, and this reading was kind of inspired by this brand new deck that I just received, which is called the Sleepy Hollow Tarot. So we're at the very beginning of November. This is harvest season. Spooky season is wrapping up, but for me, you know, this deck just came out a few days ago, so we're going to use that for a minute. But we also have, you know, 2 other similar aesthetic decks available for you as well. You go ahead and just select by whatever card back draws you in most. For pile 1, we have the Wandering Star Tarot. Again, pile 2 is going to be the Sleepy Hollow Tarot, or specifically, I think it's the Legend of Sleepy Hollow Tarot, but at any rate, Sleepy Hollow Tarot. And pile 3 today is going to be the Titanic Risen Spirits Tarot. Go ahead, again, reflect over whichever pile is drawing you in most, and I will see you in just a moment for your reading. Pile 1. So happy to have you here today. You are obviously seeking out some life guidance, and I am so excited to get some great, very in-depth insights for you from Source, from Spirit, and see what it is that you most need to know, what guidance you need at this time in your life right now when you are catching this video. You have chosen the Wandering Star Tarot, which is a beautiful deck, an indie deck with all of this gold detailing that I absolutely love. This is one of my favorite decks, super clear as well. While I am shuffling, if you would like to go ahead and set your intentions for this reading, setting our intentions whenever we begin any reading is super Important because it helps set the tone energetically for what you would like to have happen. So set your intentions on what you hope to gain and get out of this reading. Maybe perhaps what particular subject you're hoping to receive insight on, and what information you're needing most right now. I'm a little rusty. This is my first reading after quite a bit of time, but I am back and I'm definitely ready to jump back into readings. We're going to go ahead and start with the tarot, as always, like I did before, and this card is coming out. We're going to take it and transition into some oracle and a few other random fun decks to get you, again, all of the messages that Spirit Source wants you to have at this moment. If I'm ever quiet while I am shuffling, take that opportunity to just, again, ready yourself for the reading. I'm just focusing, getting ready to channel. This is a really, really powerful energy. You know, whatever the guidance is that you're needing, the Lovers is a really strong, powerful, energetic force in the universe. It's number 6 in the tarot, which relates to the concept of unconditional love, which of course is the highest energetic vibration of all. So there is a lot of love perhaps going on in your life right now, or it's a focus, it's a central point of this particular reading. I will go ahead and do just an initial sort of overview of the energy that I'm getting in this reading, and then you can decide if this is the right pile for you. Perhaps it's not, and you want to choose one of the other 2 decks. All right. We've got the Temperance card coming out in reverse. We'll just take that one because that one came upright, or, you know, viewable. I don't typically read with reversals, but when they are really strong and intentional like that, I do take them. We also have the Emperor and the Ace of Wands. Clarifying these energies. Look at the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so a lot of this is self-love focused for you, pile 1. There's a distinct lack of balance here, however, in terms of your personal power. It definitely feels like there is some distorted energy, some distorted viewpoints or perspective on yourself and on your life at this time. And again, you know, it's stealing your power away. It's preventing you from having the success, from having the dreams that you so much work towards. It's preventing them from coming through and coming true. Yeah. This is about being held back from a new beginning. The Ace of Wands and the Ten of Wands. Look at how she's literally, you know, tied back. There's flames surrounding her, smoke or clouds, something to that effect. At the same time, though, you can see all of these sticks are budding with leaves. So there is still growth happening. There is still progress being made. However, it's being very much stifled. It's being slowed. There is resistance there. There is some getting in your own way, if I may say. And we've got on the bottom of the deck the Five of Swords energy. Yeah, these are difficult energies, pile 1. I won't lie. You know, so I think that, again, love is majorly the theme for you with this particular reading. The guidance that you're needing most is that you have to love yourself more. You have to trust and believe in yourself more. You have to believe in the magic of the universe, the power of your own ability to wield and make this universe work for you and give you all that you desire, because you can have success. You can have it. You know, they always say the fact that these energies come out at all tells you that they're there. You know, like this Temperance energy, if upright, is such a beautiful energy. It is the energy of someone who's balanced and peaceful and aligned. It even says healing, guidance, moderation, and balance. And it's just reversed. So it's just an energy that right now is blocked from being able to fully come through. But it is something that is possible for you. And I don't think it will take too much adjustment to be able to have that. But let's go ahead and see what else we've got. an oracle deck that I have yet to use for a reading, but I'm not too sure if I'm a huge fan of this one. I guess we'll have to see, right? I feel called to use it today. It's feeling like it wants to come out today. This is the Law of Positivism Oracle. My goodness. Told you I'm rusty. First reading in a long time, but we'll get our groove. I let go of limiting thoughts that are holding me back. Exactly. So there's a lot of limiting beliefs here. There's a lot of self-restriction or self-imposed limitation that's really just preventing so much goodness. And we're going to find out what goodness is on its way to you. I completely surrender to my path. If you chose a sign, which is what I've often asked viewers to do, bears could be symbolic for you, or birds. And we also have more birds and a rainbow, or it looks like moon, almost like a moon energy here. My mind is clear as a still lake. Water could be significant for you as well. You could even be a water sign. And we have this one at the bottom of the deck, which I think is just as important. And it says, my heart space is abundant and flowing. And I think it truly is pile one, but there are just so many things that are hanging this up, that are preventing the progress and the growth that you could so easily have. The Nine of Pentacles is all about personal development, personal power, the ability to manifest in the 3D, the ability to feel that sense of prosperity, as it says, security, accomplishment, comfort. There is some element of choice here, and I want to know what that choice is, because it's not just about loving yourself, but it feels like there needs to be some decisions made or a change in how you're doing things that's going to impact your ability to actually manifest this feeling of stability and security. The Page of Wands. This is getting your fire back. You know, this is feeling secure and just comfortable and confident in who you are. And something has kind of, you know, again, thrown you off balance. King of Wands is an energy that for me, I'm reading more as an energy versus an actual person. It could be a person for you in some instances, a male energy most likely. So somebody could have experienced a relationship that ended and they're not feeling the most empowered right now because you're sad, you're not in the best place. You're feeling a lack of confidence because, you know, things haven't gone your way is what I'm getting. But for a lot of you, this is just about losing personal power through the process of life circumstances. We have several indicators here of strength and, again, stability and foundational kind of support and security and anchoredness, a groundedness. We have the Emperor, which is upright, and it actually tells you that you have this available to you right now, that you could channel that. That is an energy that is surrounding you. It's not reversed. It is absolutely present energy that you can make use of at this moment. This, and I think it's more related to the emotional state, the personal power, as I said, the zest for life, the passion. You know, you've got these Wands energies coming out which speak to more of the action-oriented, kind of inspired, passionate aspects of our personality or of our way of being. And that's what feels like is more distorted for me. And again, Temperance energy is also surrounded by the concept of water, which is emotion, and how those two cups have the water flow between it so perfectly. It indicates balance. When this is reversed, again, it's probably related to an emotional imbalance as well, more so than a physical limitation. It doesn't feel like life is so horrible for you that it can't get turned around or that it can't start really flowing in your favor. It more so feels to be emotional perspective and just the concept or the perspective of your own life that is holding you back. So this is really interesting energy. That Five of Swords. Oh, I think this is the past. The past has been rough for you, pile one. You know, it hasn't been easy. Your life has been one that's been very challenging and experienced a lot of contrast. But I have to tell you, the message is that is over now. And really what is happening this point forward is a lot of abundance. I mean, you have the Ace of Wands, you have this energy of newness that is literally on your doorstep. It's knocking at your door. You have the Star and the Six of Wands, which are about power and dreams coming true, of hopefulness, of healing, of restoration. And there is a card about healing that we pulled out, I'm pretty sure. Now I have to find it. If I don't find it, I'm going to think about this the entire reading. You had several cards that said healing. I mean, it's there. The energy is there. And I really, really think that you've been doing a lot of healing. So by no means do I want you to think that this energy that's presenting currently, the life guidance that you're getting at this present moment, indicates that you're not doing a lot to help yourself get out of this energy or to move forward and to have this new beginning, because you are, and you've made a lot of progress. The guidance is more so about what can you do from this point forward to continue to clear out any negative energy and allow that abundant, flowing new beginning. I completely surrendered to my path. I think that's the issue too emotionally with this Temperance energy out of balance, is there's a lack of trust. It feels like back and forth. Like, look at, there's two bears here. So to me, that's like in two worlds or in two minds. Probably some of the time you're feeling really empowered and really secure and trusting and faithful about your journey and your path. And other times you're probably completely feeling at a loss, like nothing is going right. You have no sense of direction. You don't know what's happening or when. You don't even feel like you're making progress. There's very much like a back and forth, a bouncing of energy. You have to completely surrender and stay in a more grounded, kind of stable, straight-lined energy rather than being kind of in those two opposing vibrations, because it's holding you back. It's allowing progress, but so incrementally and so slow, when it really could be like fast paced. Again, there's so many Wands energies here, the King of Wands and the Page of Wands and all this fire. I really think this could happen very, very fast. Whatever changes are on the horizon for you, and we're going to ask about that. Like, what is coming that pile one needs to know about that is on the way, this new beginning in the Ace of Wands? What is it that is occurring right now, or energetically in a state of waiting for when alignment occurs at a more consistent level? What's coming? Let's get some specific energy about that. The Knight of Pentacles. Well, definitely something that you've been working towards. This is a long-range goal. This isn't anything overnight that just is coming out of the blue. Just know that. It is something, when we spoke about how you've been working at this, you've been making so much progress. It's something that's been in the works energetically for a long time. It's finally feeling like it's about to come together for you. And there's that little bit of resistance that just needs to be released. Justice. Yeah, everything being made right, everything being restored to balance. I love that. I love that. Look at the scales. Justice is the energy of fairness and balance, and again, restoration of things being restored to righteousness. Everything finally feeling like it's fallen into place for you. That is the energy for me in that card. The Four of Cups. It's about boredom. That's about being dissatisfied with your life. And the Eight of Cups, walking away from that life and finally beginning to feel like things are coming together for you, like they're happening. It's happening. What is happening? Three of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles. Okay, it's all materially focused, all real world stuff, you guys, that is going to come through for you. These are all Pentacles energy, and the Ace of Swords. This is the truth. This is finally having clarity and seeing how everything makes sense, how your life is falling into place, how everything is always working out for you, and your path really is on track. I love this. This is such a beautiful energy. It's so simplistic, right? Like, love yourself, trust and believe in yourself, have faith in yourself and the universe, and everything is going to work out. I do want to get a little bit of insight though, or a little bit more, I guess, substantive guidance for you. And I'm going to use the Rose Oracle for that. I really love this deck. It's just super, super beautiful. Let's get one of these cards to kind of close things off. get some guidance for pile 1 on what they can do to move forward. We had one flying out. We have integration, embodiment, and grounded action. You know, this is all about, for me, again, getting really clear and trusting and feeling sure and grounded and secure in where you're at, what station or stage you're at in life, pile 1, because it's really all about to come together for you. It's sort of like being on a long range journey and getting, you know, to your very last stopping point before you reach your destination and giving up, because you can't see the way ahead, but yet you are right there. And that's what it feels like for me. I definitely think this is about just kind of regrouping, recalibrating, and getting yourself situated and set so you can finish out that last leg of your journey and achieve and reach all of your abundance. What is waiting? Let's just get one more card. What is waiting for pile 1? At the end of this journey that is not too far off, what is it? Surrender to the mystery, the Great Mother, fall into her arms. I think there's like so much that's yet undefined because you're creating it actively at this moment. And the child within. So there's lots of energy surrounding like mothering energy here, which for me is all about that divine femininity and flowing with receptivity and being that just strong but gentle presence and doing that for yourself, finally getting yourself to that place where you just feel such a sense of security and knowingness and trust in your own life that you never doubt yourself again, nor do you doubt where you're headed. Pile 1, this was such a beautiful reading, and I'm so happy I was able to do this for you today. It was great. All of the insights that came out I thought were outstanding. There's really big stuff headed for you, and I hope that you really truly take that in and feel that and believe that, and don't give up. I think that's the main message for today, because Source is supporting you 100% of the way. If you've enjoyed this reading, please consider engaging with the channel's content, liking, subscribing, of course, and visiting again for another reading. Until then, I hope you take great care, pile 1. Bye-bye. Hey, pile 2, welcome to your reading today. We're going to be taking a look at the guidance and insight that you're needing most regarding whatever subject or subjects you are, I guess, most focused on. So that is very open-ended. And with that said, we are using the Sleepy Hollow Tarot for you today, which is a brand new deck for me. I'm excited to use it for the first time in a reading. This is then also my first reading in quite a while, returning to collective reading. As I shuffle, go ahead, because this is such an open-ended question, go ahead and set your intentions for what insights and information you're hoping to gain, what messages you're wanting to hear most today about whatever subject or topic of life is most important for you at this time. You can also choose a sign if you like, which can be absolutely anything at all, whatever is going to be significant and stand out for you most. It's just going to be a little way that Source, Spirit, whatever you refer to it as, can help assist you in integrating the messages, first recognizing them and then knowing that they truly are for you. This deck is a little big, so it's going to be a little trickier to shuffle, but I promise you everything is fully and thoroughly shuffled off camera as well. Before I begin, I love this deck though. You'll see it's so cool. It's spooky themed. We're at the very tail end of spooky season if you are catching this reading when it is first being uploaded. But of course it's timeless, and you can feel free to tune in whenever you like. It'll always apply. It's evergreen. But with this deck, you know, and it being a spooky season, it just got released a few days ago, or in the first few days of November. It got released a few days before Halloween. It's such a great deck, and I just didn't want to put it away yet. I wanted to work with it. You'll see when we start actually pulling out cards, it's very much modeled after the Rider-Waite kind of Smith artistry and imagery. So I love that. Hopefully you do too. So pile 2, what guidance or insight do you need most right now in your life? Pile 2. Okay. We've got the Page of Pentacles as well as the Knight of Pentacles. So right away, very earthly energy coming out for you, the energy that is tied to the material realm, to something tangible. It's definitely real world focused, I would say. Again, more Pentacles. I shuffled these very well. Ace of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. Clarifying these energies. Is the Six of Wands. This is about getting your shot, getting your chance, your opportunity. Something about that for sure. This is the Five of Cups. Yeah. This feels like a weak and weary energy of somebody. This could be a continuation or a slightly modified variable energy from pile 1, but this is about somebody who really has so much to offer the world, and it feels like you just haven't ever felt like things come together for you, and that you just are waiting for your opportunity. So the Six of Swords for the Ace of Pentacles. You're ready for a new beginning. You're ready to move forward. You know, for others of you, this could have just been a challenging energy in the past that you're slowly moving forward from, that you've already begun that path, that journey towards a new beginning. The Ace of Pentacles is great. I mean, it's an optimistic, uplifting energy regardless. It is a little dark looking in this card though, but Knight of Cups is the World. Okay. Again, this energy is one that is kind of two-part. We have Strength at the bottom of the deck here. There's some of you that are still mid-journey, mid-struggle, mid-contrast, that are trying to overcome this period of difficulty and to move forward onto a new beginning. And for others of you, it's been very long-standing where you've been slowly achieving this, slowly working towards this, and you're finally starting to achieve success. So for some of you, you're in the midst of whatever struggles you're experiencing. Again, that weak and weary energy, the energy of just needing to have a little bit more endurance and patience and resilience with this Strength energy coming out. Both of these cards, the Emperor and Strength, are beautiful energies of stability and security and groundedness. Again, very similar to pile 1 as well. But I just feel like this applies to lots of people, however, at different points in this same kind of a storyline. So depending on where you fall in, if this sounds like this is at all related to your story or what's kind of your focus at this time, I would stick around to see if there's messages for you. We're going to pull some oracles, see if we can't get more clarity on what's going on. I have, first of all, the Law of Positivism. I don't know why that was so difficult to say in the last pile, but this is the Law of Positivism oracle. Pile 2. Guidance for pile 2, what they most need to know at this time. I am the master of my mind. It's funny because no swords cards came out except for the Six of Swords, which is about movement and moving on. I forgive and release the past to heal my life. That's exactly what that Six of Swords is about. So this is also about somebody finally coming to a point in life where healing has really come full circle in a lot of ways. You've reached a level of maturity and security and just emotional fulfillment, it feels like, to where your physical world, it's echoing out. You're gaining this strong sense of self that you previously didn't have before. And it's a result of releasing, purging, and really focusing forward on having that new beginning, on having this great life and working through all of those struggles and tough times that you'd been experiencing. So that's great, you know. I mean, for those of you that aren't quite there yet, you're on your way. And for others of you, you know, you're pretty much there. And that's a really commendable energy. In prayer, I commune with the universe as my dearest friend. The universe is your dearest friend. You are source and source is you, and you are never alone, even if there is nobody physically in this world to help you with anything. You are never completely on your own, pile 2. And you need to know that. And you can call on source, call on the universe at any time to assist you. Even if you are in a good place, you know, you can still always call on them to provide support. I have an energetic body and the power to transform myself in my life. Yeah, you've been doing that, pile 2. I'm so proud of you. This is great. There's really been a lot of inner work, and you may not even realize that's what you were doing, but you definitely did, and it's resulted in some really, really good energies for you. The first bit of energy, though, that I felt when this came out, we have to talk about for those of you that are still feeling like you haven't quite made it yet. You're still waiting for that kind of like golden opportunity, right? With this pentacle and how he's holding that up. It signifies with the Page of Pentacles, literal opportunity, offers, a seed being planted and that potential. And Six of Wands is the card of success and recognition. And really this is just about, even look at in this Page of Pentacles, this is a craftsman and he's just admiring his work. But there's nobody around. There's nothing else to validate what he feels about himself, how good he feels or how well he's been doing. And this is about finally being able to step into that sense of recognition or acknowledgement on a wider scale. So that's either on its way to you, pile 2, or it's already happened for some of you. There could have been a big kind of adjustment in life, a big shift, a change where, you know, there is suddenly this golden opportunity, this wonderful next step for you in your journey that has presented, where you are now at a point where it just feels like, okay, I've made it, or I'm on to that next big thing. This is a new chapter for me. I'm feeling great. I've done the work. I'm trusting the universe. I've released what needs to be released and moved forward. And I have this new beginning at the forefront now. Anything in the past, I'm releasing, I'm letting go. It's been a long, you know, slow going, but it really looks like the majority of you are feeling wonderful with this Knight of Cups in the world. The guidance here is to continue to kind of milk that feeling, right? There's so much energy of completion and success and fulfillment here. I really, really love how this is feeling and looking so far. And for those of you where that is where you are in life, I say, again, enjoy that feeling, revel in it. It is so well deserved. You really have done so much to be able to bask in the wonderful feelings of where you're at this moment. We're going to find out, of course, for you what else is up ahead, right? Like the guidance also being that you've done a lot and you're doing well and you're finally reaping those rewards. But okay, what's next, right? Like what else can we give you? What substantive information can we provide? I'll be sure to get that for you before the end of the reading. Shifting gears though to the other kind of less developed energy that I'm picking up on. You know, that's an energy of people who I feel are still in the midst of more this Five of Cups and this Knight of Pentacles, and maybe not feeling such despair like a Five of Cups energy, but certainly just feeling a little fatigued, feeling tired, you know, having the faith, but really looking for that turnaround and wanting that new beginning and trying to maintain balance as best you can, but occasionally just having your moments where it's really a struggle to stay in that alignment, that aligned state of trust and faith and full knowing that everything is coming into place. But the message for you with that as well, pile 2, if that's more your story, is that it absolutely is coming. It's going to take some time. You know, the Page of Pentacles, the Knight, even the Ace, these are all Pentacles energy, which are beautiful energies of wonderful material security to come, but it also is the most slow-moving energy in the tarot. It's earth energy. It's not readily movable like air and fire, for example. It takes more time. So this is an investment in self, it feels like. This is somebody who's really needing to commit for the long run to really like the long range dream of what you're hoping to achieve, and you can't get discouraged and give up because it's coming. You know, it's definitely on its way, but it's just taking time. And I think what's so difficult for you is that You know that you have such good talent and skill and just goodness to offer the world with that Page of Pentacles. I mean, you know that your time has to come because there's so much that you want to do and you want to be recognized for it. You want people to acknowledge and be exposed to your work because it has so much value to you and you really desire to share it with the world. And I totally can resonate with that energy. And I definitely think that's coming too. We're going to kind of split this out and sort of look at two different storylines because, again, it's similar energies, but at two different points in the story. So I want to first focus on those that are kind of struggling a bit and where they're at. We good on time? We are. So for those that are struggling, I want to know first and foremost, I guess, Source, you tell me what we want to know regarding those that are struggling. That's how we'll do it. High Priestess. Page of Wands. This is about trust and faith and self, really confidence. And that's the Four of Swords. Okay. Yeah, there's no permanent endings here and there's nothing catastrophic going on. The Page of Swords. This is just a little bit of a delay, a little bit of a time for respite and rest. So, you know, again, if you're feeling this more like weary energy, this energy of I don't know if I can continue to do this and go on, just know that you can take a pause, you can break, you can call a time out, you can have your time that is needed as long as you get back on the horse and you keep going. And I do think that the majority of you are going to do that. This doesn't feel like a hopeless, desperate, you know, full despair type energy. It's just somebody who's been really on a long trek and they're tired, you know, and that's fine to be tired. And I think that the encouraging aspect of this is that you can also see in this same reading for others that were just in your place not long ago, they have kind of achieved getting over that hump and moving forward and getting into this better feeling energy, which tells me it's possible for you too. You're right here now, right? You're resting, but you can be over here just as easily within a very short frame of time. We have a jumper. What does this one say? Ah, the King of Swords in reverse. This is about, I am the master of my mind. Now the swords energies are coming out. And this is literally about needing to be clear on the way forward and align with that, you know, like truly knowing what it is that you want, taking time to rest if you're unclear or you just feels like for a lot of you, the thoughts are starting to get clouded in a way because you've been doing this for so long, this trying to change things around that it's almost like, what am I even doing anymore? Is it working? You know, what's next for me? It's a lot of what this is like, what's next for me kind of energy. And at present, for those of you where that resonates, the King of Swords in reverse would indicate like a lack of clarity surrounding that, not being clear, not having a good sense of the way forward, not being in control of your mind and allowing your mind and your thoughts to be distorted and to kind of control you and control the situation. And in those instances, again, that's why it's good to break for that, for sure. I want to get just two more oracle cards to speak to this energy. In my dreams, I find my answers. So even if it doesn't seem incredibly clear to you in your conscious 3D mind, pay attention to your dreams pile too, because it feels like that's a way when you're sleeping, when you're dreaming, when you're resting, you are releasing resistance that is there in your wakeful state, and you're able to get better insight and messages into your life at that time. I follow the circles of my body. Again, that's the need for rest or the need for refocus. Just pay attention to whatever is going on in your present moment and adjust accordingly. You know, I also love seeing the snake energy here because that is the energy of transformation and cycles along with all of the moon phases. So know that this is just a phase of life and that you are headed into a better phase shortly. There's time and a place for everything. And you're transforming right now, and that's important. That's the most important work you'll ever do. And it's continual. It's all the time. So you don't have to feel bad that you're in this place right now, because this is the energy that we're going to focus on now of where you're headed is where some others already are. Let's go ahead and just get some insight for you, for those of you pile 2, where that is what you're feeling. What else does pile 2, those that have kind of overcome the obstacles at present and are feeling really good, what guidance do you have for them? This is the 7 of Wands. This is such a creepy card. There's like a ghoul or a ghost, it says, in the book, that's hiding out in the woods. We also have the 8 of Swords. And we have the Ace of Wands. Yep, this is overcoming resistance. And this is the 5 of Swords. Huh. That's interesting. What I'm looking for, in fact, is the other card that I pulled in pile 1 that I assumed was the 5 of Swords. I thought it was the same card, but it feels like it looked a little different. At any rate, I read it as 5 of Swords energy. Again, there's similarities between pile 1 and pile 2, but pile 2, this portion is definitely a bit more evolved. You have all of these energies here of resistance, of self-restriction and holding oneself back, which I do feel like there's a little bit of that still in place. It feels more with like a stubbornness or a fixedness about certain topics or subjects of your life. But, you know, at the same time, there's resistance in the 7 of Wands, which is release. There's these bad feelings, these 5s, which are about change and transformation, but they can also indicate struggles, right? Like this person's definitely feeling the struggle. You can tell in the energy of the posturing and the facial expression. This is somebody kind of in a state of disappointment, if nothing else, you know, but it's the Ace of Wands, that newness, that new energy of overcoming, which I definitely feel like you have begun to do. Yeah, the Queen of Wands. So how the main energy here is the King of Swords reversed, someone not fully in their power, the power of an aligned mind. This is someone who's aligned in action, which is even better because you're not in your mind at all, pile 2. You're actually really embodying this energy from an energetic and kind of passionate standpoint, which I love. But the energy that kind of ties both of these 2 separate scenarios together is this energy of strength and resilience. I think that all of those watching this particular reading, pile 2, are very, very strong, resilient individuals that are going to get out of whatever situation they're in, and they're going to reap the benefits of working through any of those difficulties. And we're going to look at now what that is, what that looks like, what's ahead for you. What is coming, whether you're already in a good place or not. So share with us for pile 2, like what they can look forward to, what's coming. The Ace of Cups. Well, emotional fulfillment, number 1, continued happiness and emotional fulfillment. Passion, fire, drive, Knight of Wands. The 6 of Pentacles. So finally feeling, you know, like that Page of Pentacles energy that we started with, where it's like you have this to offer and there's nothing to offer it to, or your shot hasn't come up. This is for me that energy of reciprocity, reciprocation. With the 6 of Pentacles, this is give and take, even exchange, things coming together in a way where there is, again, recognition and there's ability to give to the world and on a greater scale, which I think is a lot of what this emotional fulfillment will be about, when you finally feel like, yeah, you've had this new beginning with the Fool. So that's coming, whether it's already started for you or, you know, it's still up ahead with more to come. There's a very strong energy of like newness, literally like a new life ahead for those watching this pile 2. I love that. It's so beautiful. And I love the emotional fulfillment coming in with that, because that's what's so important. It's all about how we feel. We have the Ace of Swords. So how previously pile 2 was a lack of clarity or not being clear in mind, not having mastery of the mind. The Ace of Swords with the Ace of Cups, it's kind of like everything being in alignment, coming together. There's going to be a lot of that, which I think is amazing. The 9 of Wands. This is about measuredness. you know, which I think is important to have, especially for those that seem to kind of go full speed and then lose momentum and slow down. Having a steady pace, you know, having this balance of like go for it energy, but also knowing when to kind of, I know that he's in motion, but the Nine of Wands really is about continuing on even as you feel, you know, a little hesitant, but in a more measured way. And I definitely think that'll benefit you. And that's what's ahead as well. It's just more emotional and physical regulation in how you manage your life. And I think that's a beautiful manifestation. For the Six of Pentacles, we have the Seven of Cups. This is again about like dreams and everything you've envisioned finally coming true for you, finally coming together. All of your visions that you've had in mind, all of the things that you've been hoping for, finally coming to realization. Cups are about emotions, but they're also not necessarily tangible energies versus the energy of the Pentacles is, of course, in the tangible real world. So that's about things coming from just a dream state. Remember, we have here your dreams being important and them actually coming forth into your physical reality. I am so excited though to get a clarifier for this Fool energy. What is that about? What's coming for pile 2? Ah, the King of Pentacles, more abundance, more happiness, more stability, arguably even more just abundant all around. I really, really think those of you that are not quite at this point yet, even a little bit, you're going to get there. And it's going to be amazing when that happens because it's going to be so fulfilling and rewarding because of where you've come from. It makes the victory of success and of that, again, recognition and that ability to give to others and to receive back. It's going to make all that feel that much sweeter. Let's go ahead and pull some Rose Oracle. Just on what else, pile 2, wherever you happen to be in life, what you can expect and what your life guidance has to be at this moment in time based upon your circumstances and your focus. What is it that you have to know at this moment? What does Source want to impart and share with you about your journey? We are nature, becoming grounded, embodiment, living in connection. So again, I think a lot of you are already doing this, but it's about continuing to maintain that relationship with the universe, continuing to maintain that sense of faithfulness. In prayer, I commune with the universe as my dearest friend. That's exactly what that's saying, is just trusting always that the universe has your back, pile 2, and staying in that like grounded energy of full foundational trust and faith. We also have plant yourself here. Integration, embodiment, grounded action. This is insane. Becoming grounded, grounded action, embodiment, embodiment. So twice. Embodiment is about really fully embracing and becoming what it is that you know you can have, which is this new beginning, this new abundant person. Like all of the wishes and dreams that you have, you can fully become that. Grounded action, becoming grounded. So grounding is super important for you at all points in time. It especially feels for the emotional body as well as the mental state. So meditation is probably really significant for you. You're probably somebody that has to incorporate some type of grounding practices, whether it's meditation or getting out in nature, being active, exercising, whatever the case may be. There's some type of practices that you have to do in order to maintain this kind of good state of energy. And you've probably realized when you fall off the wagon or you don't keep up with that you're not as clear. So keep that up if you can. What's coming for you is a lot more goodness if you can maintain that. And then healing the mother line, healing ancestral work, mother line, and growing up. And that's what I love about that, the growing up and becoming stable on your own, independent. You know, I think we said in the beginning of this reading that it was feeling like nothing ever fully is coming together, or what's next for me. And the growing up is a beautiful energy because that's about like full realization of your potential, right? And the newness of this new beginning as a King of Pentacles, as somebody who just really has everything together in the material realm, but also inside, like the emotional maturity and growth, the growing up. I just think that that's exactly what the Emperor exemplifies. Let's get one more just because this has been fun. One more energy. We have the child within, inner mother, innocence, gentleness, and tenderness. And this is where I'm saying there is definitely a tie to pile one that you may be interested in, viewing, because there's all of this like mother referencing. And for me, that was about stepping into the energy and the power of that divine feminine energy, that receptivity, that trust of life, flowing with life, and just allowing it to propel you forward so that you can become this beautiful, just completely secure, stable, grounded energy and presence in this world like you've been trying to do for so long, as that Page of Pentacles all the way to this King of Pentacles. Pile 2, I've so enjoyed reading for you. I hope that this reading has helped you. If it has, please consider engaging with the content on this channel, subscribing, liking, sharing, and of course, visiting again at another time for another reading. Until then, until next time, Pile 2, I hope you take great care. Bye-bye. Hi Pile 3, welcome to your reading. Today we are looking at life guidance regarding whatever subject matter you are interested in most at this time. It could be love, life guidance, a particular subject or focus that is currently weighing heavily on your heart or mind. Whatever the case may be, we're going to get that insight, those messages and words of wisdom from Source directly to be able to help you best move forward. You were drawn to the Titanic Risen Spirits Tarot. And we are going to get hopefully some wonderful insights and answers for you. The other two piles were, I think, beautiful. This is, I think, sort of a shorter reading today. This is my first reading that I've done on video in quite some time. So I would say, we're about an hour in at this point, pile 3, but still a little rusty. With that said, though, we're going to do our best. I think the other two readings went wonderfully, and I expect the same for you as well. This is a beautiful tarot deck. I enjoy this one so much. Had it for a while. Titanic Risen Spirit. So, maybe the past is something that you're really having a hard time letting go of or focusing on, and that could be part of the energy of this particular reading for this group that is viewing pile 3. Who knows? We're going to see in just a moment. Again, as I shuffle, go ahead and just select your sign, set your intentions, ready yourself for this reading to receive and be open to all of the insights and messages that Source wants to share with you today. And selecting a sign, which can be anything at all, whatever is most impactful and meaningful to you, is going to help give Source a means to directly communicate with you in a way that you are going to be able to receive and know immediately is intended for you. So first we have out 7 of Swords. So that one really wanted to present today. It's an interesting energy. What is it that pile 3 needs to know most right now? What is the life guidance that they are most needing to hear at this time? We have Judgment as well. We have the 6 of Wands. Okay. The Knight of Cups. Clarifying these energies, we have the Hermit. This is a pretty low energy already, what I'm picking up here. This is the energy of somebody who's not feeling in the greatest place in life right now, or even for themselves. They're not feeling great about themselves. There's a lot of self-judgment going on. There's a lot of lack of clarity surrounding self, where you fit in life, your place, what you've done in the past. There's a lot of self-reflection though, so that's good. The life guidance, what needs to be shared with you most at this time is that you're going to overcome these energies. You're sort of in the midst of them right now, I would say at the midway point, where the eye of the storm, if you will, but you are going to achieve success. With that 6 of Wands, you will overcome. We have the 9 of Wands here, which I think is just a general lack of trust about the state of your life at this time, but also of yourself. Again, there's a lot of like self-questioning. Have I made the right choices? What is going on with my life? And the Knight of Wands, this is somebody who, I'm actually reading that is a little bit angry at life right now. We got the 2 of Swords at the bottom of the deck, which is all about a lack of clarity and decision making and confidence in moving forward. So again, the energy here is a lot of darkness. It feels dark. Again, energetically. It feels heavy and burdensome. But you will overcome this. I do think it's going to take, a bit more work. And I think the openness that you feel, even though you are questioning and you're unsure of everything right now and you're feeling a little bit angry or bitter, I do think that those feelings will resolve and they'll balance out, and you'll see in time that everything that you've been experiencing does serve a purpose and does serve you, and that you are still under development. You're still in the process of becoming who you're meant to be. And even though you may feel like you're a long ways away from who you want to be, the guidance here is that you're always directly on that path and on that journey actively towards becoming that person. Even if it doesn't seem like it or the path forward isn't clear, there's been kind of like a general consensus between everybody's piles today regarding like life direction and maybe not fully coming together and understanding your purpose or where things lie, where you're headed. So there's some of that here as well. But again, a lot of this is more so focused for me in particular with this these energies here of somebody who's just feeling really low at this time and just really in a state of like flux in life where they're unclear of at all what's going on. So we're going to get more insight into that. We're going to find out for you what is going on, where you're headed, and what you can expect. And just, again, all of the insights into your life at this time that you're needing. If you haven't selected a sign, but this sounds like your pile, your story, I would definitely select a sign. Take a moment to do that, because once you get a particular message from a specific card that contains that sign, you're really going to be able to integrate that and take that in. So I think that that would be very, very beneficial for this pile. Let's go ahead and select just a little bit of a spiritual totem, a little indicator from source, some symbology on, what messages are particularly of most value to you here. Beyond my mind, I am consciousness in human form. There is some struggles with the mind right now. We have the moon here with judgment, which is talking about like a lack of clarity and confusion. And the Seven of Swords, which just felt heavy and again, almost like shameful. You have to understand that beyond your physical self, you are source energy. You are completely that, you are that energy. And that is something that will always be with you. And source is always rooting for you in your physical form to go through these life lessons and experience this contrast and come out better on the other side. I mean, that was your intention, your purpose for coming here all the time. We have my mind is as clear as a still lake. So again, a lot of focus on the mind here and getting clear about your mind. So I don't know if you're experiencing a lot of, depression or anxiety right now. Some mental illness is indicated here. If you're struggling in that way, I definitely hope that you're seeking out support and doing things to support yourself as well, instead of harshly judging yourself and your past actions. You have to do something a little bit more productive with your feelings to work through them. Through faith and hope, I am divinely guided on my path. Again, those are like the more light, uplifting, positive energies here, is knowing and recognizing your source, that you're always divinely guided and supported and protected. Everything is always working out for you. And we have, as I rest in the sacred womb, the sacred womb, I heal. I love all the bright, colors with that. So red is related to the root chakra, which of course is our initial security, our safety, our stability, our bottom line needs in this world. And if those are not being met and you're feeling low because of that as well, because you've maybe made some mistakes or missteps you feel in life, there are truly no mistakes. But if you've done some things or gotten to yourself in a place in life where you're just sort of bottoming out and feeling like you're not in a good space, just know, again, you're always resting and protected and safe. You're able to heal and to really, just have that security of source right in your corner. Like there's such peacefulness coming over her with this energy, with this card. which is very different from the energies throughout this reading. So I think there's really like a need to take a step back and clear your mind. Understand that you're protected and you're guided and you're healing all the time. Even as you need to, you know, take a rest. This hermit energy, which we haven't even picked up on yet, that's definitely the energy of resting and being in almost a womb-like state. It's kind of turning inward, but with that, you know, of course, trying to gain answers. And it's a very spiritual based energy. So if you're taking time for yourself, even if it doesn't always feel the most productive or that it's the most positive, there's growth and magic even in the darkness, and even in all of the maybe more difficult feelings and energy that you're working through when you're independently, just, you know, solo experiencing all of these different feelings. Just know that your source is still there with you and supporting you, and there doesn't need to be judgment. It's just about moving forward and moving through these energies with grace and understanding that you're always learning. What else for pile 3? The 10 of Swords, yeah. Definitely been beaten down a little bit by life, but again, these are swords energies, so that feels like mental. Like there's a lot of just mental health difficulties happening at this moment. The Queen of Swords, definitely. There's so much focus there on your self-perception. The Page of Swords, about not being far enough in life, not doing the right things. So many swords energies here. But we have the Star, which is so beautiful, because in all of this, in all of these difficult energies, look at how painful that is. And we have the healing, beautiful, hopeful, positive energy of the Star, which says that, yes, healing is coming and there is going to be faith and hope restored to you. And life is going to start to make sense again. And it will. There's always going to be a shift. No energy is constant. Everything is always, you know, moving and evolving and changing. Any other bits of guidance for pile 3? The 5 of Cups. Yeah. Feeling low, feeling disappointed. The Knight of Pentacles is always a slow energy for me. And this is definitely someone who's dissatisfied with life, or who's disappointed by life, who's just not feeling like things have worked out for them, that things are going in a good direction. But again, that rest and that renewal, that restoral is indicated with the 4 of Swords. So definitely take time for yourself, pile 3. Take time to rest, time to reflect, as you are doing with the Hermit energy, and know that this is going to turn around for you. But the harsh judgments and the kind of like the lack of mental clarity and the distorted perception of life right now, that does need to be addressed. Let's go ahead and take a look also at what you can hope to achieve and experience and look forward to in the future. What does Source want to share with you that way? We have the 8 of Wands coming out first. So that's the energy of somebody who's definitely moving forward, having quick kind of energetic shifts, momentum building and changing and propelling you forward. So again, you know, the energy of newness as well, newness with the Fool. This is about starting over, having a new, you know, fresh chapter, new page. The King of Wands, stepping back into your power. So feeling empowered once again, feeling secure and ready to take on the world. Right now you feel in this Hermit energy, this energy of wanting to almost hide. The King of Wands is definitely not someone who hides. That's someone who stands out and who pursues actively what they desire and feels confident to do so. So that's what you can look forward to. That's what's up ahead. It's going to be a little bit of time. It's not going to be without sacrifice or some difficult feelings, but just know, I mean, that investment in yourself is going to pay off. You're going to have those rewards. That's kind of again, the theme of the day is reaping the rewards. Let's pull a few more oracle, again from the Law of Positivism oracle. And we have in prayer, I commune with the universe as my dearest friend. I love that. Again, you're always supported and you're not being judged. You're the only one judging yourself harshly. I don't even think others around you are having these same feelings that you do. I think we're always our worst critic. In passion, or my passion and visions are as expansive as the sun. I think that's why it's been such a disappointment too, is because you do have such an active kind of, you know, desire to have a good life. And there's a lot of things that you've been trying to work towards or that you've hoped to have achieved, and it just hasn't come together. And I know that can be disappointing, but don't lose faith, don't lose hope. You have to regain that sense of passion back. That's what that King of Wands is about. I am the master of my mind. A couple of these are coming out that also came out for pile 2. Like I said, all the piles are linked today. So interesting. And I use my emotions to fuel my path. So yeah, you know, they have to be aligned and not distorted based upon your mind and on the falsehoods that you tell yourself, but on the true sense of what is happening. When you're aligned, that's when you feel that inspired action. That's when things do move forward and it feels new and it feels exciting and it feels possible again. This difficulty will pass, but just know that when you get into alignment and then do whatever it is you need to do, you know, your genuine emotions, your true emotions will inspire you and help you increment forward. It will give you that inspiration to act. Lastly, let's use the Rose Oracle to get a little bit more information on what pile 3 can look forward to in the future. What life guidance do you have, and what do they need to know most right now, or what is it that they can look forward to? What do you want to tell us here? The sacred waters, nourishment, replenishment, health, rest, and self-care. We've gotten so many indications of that. Now is the time for rest for you. 4 of Swords, the Hermit, all of this. Just take the time that you need right now, pile 3. There will be time for action later. The Return, exactly. A new story, you decide, alignment, and it's coming together. Coming up right over the Fool. Beautiful. I love these messages of hopefulness. This is so good. We have the Holy Grail. Stop the endless searching, inner quest. That's stop focusing in the mind on what you should be doing and pondering your meaning of life or your purpose. You know, with that 2 of Swords energy, that lack of clarity. And lean more into your emotions, because those will guide you correctly. Again, once you get into that aligned state, whatever you're feeling, that's going to be your guidance system, not what your mind is telling you, not what you're thinking. And healing the motherline. I think this has come out every single time today, every pile. Healing, ancestral work, motherline, and growing up. You're going to get there, pile 3. You will get to the point where your life finally comes together, falls into place, where you start to feel prideful and proud and just a beautiful sense of accomplishment, where things have really grown up and grown together and come into a good state, a good place. It may take, again, some time, but it is on its way to you, pile 3. I do so hope that this reading has helped you. If it has, please consider engaging further with the channel's content. You can go ahead and like, share, and of course subscribe, as well as visit another time for another reading. And in the meantime, pile 3, I am sending you so many well wishes, and I hope you take great care. Bye-bye.